Hello and welcome to a Creepster collab with my bestie, this southern girl Ken, and another great crafter, Crafty Leeny. So this video is a collaboration and we are making something spooky for Easter. And of course, since I am Decoupage crafter, I am making an spooky Easter egg with decoupage. So I used a styrofoam egg, painted it twice with white paint, of course, let it dry between each layer. Then I chose this rice paper, this spooky rice paper I had custom printed. And oops, I almost made a mistake and glue it this one the wrong way around, but I noticed my mistake and I corrected it. And now, as you can see, I am even cutting some more deeper the rice paper because I see wrinkles forming. And if you are a beginner, just tear your napkin or rice paper. If it's too big, just tear it in two halves and then glue it like that. I didn't speed up this video so you guys can see how I am slowly gluing my rice paper all the way round, and good amount of glue is a must here. So slowly, you can even lift your rice paper if you just see another wrinkle or something. So slowly go around, and this is the way I am doing it. As you can see, there is another wrinkle forming, so I'm cutting more inside my rice paper, and again, good amount of decoupage glue, or of course Mod Podge can be used as well, and then going slowly until everything is glued on. And since this is a collaboration, don't forget to check out my other two crafters, which but please do it after watching my video. Go check out them as well. The links will be in description down below, of course. And yeah, I hope you like it. I mean, it was a challenge for me because Easter is technically uh, cute and pastel colors, but we wanted to do something totally different. So this was a challenge for me, and I'm hoping I did it some way good. So as you can see, I am almost finished gluing it, and again there is a wrinkle. I am cutting more inside the rice paper and gluing it all. And here there is another, as you can see, another wrinkle forming, so cutting more deep inside the rice paper and then go ahead and gluing it all, and it is glued. And then I let it, of course, dry before continue working on it some more. And now it is drying time. So my rice paper is dry and it is time to do some painting. And I am applying acrylic black paint on my Easter egg, and I am applying it with a dabber. Since I am doing a different kind of design, I didn't put anything on the back of my Easter egg. So this is the way it looks, and now it is time for a little bit of blending on my Easter egg, as you can see here. So I am using some acrylic paints which I thought match good my Easter egg, and the next step will be applying some dots on my Easter egg, and for this I am using small brush, paint and water. And then after everything was applied, I let it dry again, and then My Easter egg is drying, so it is time to work on my base for my Easter egg. And for this I am using candle holder, some plaster bandage, and I am putting it into the into water, of course. And this plaster you can buy, well, in Slovakia where I live you can buy it in pharmacy. I am applying a little bit of heavy body gel on my candle holder, and then I am applying the plaster bandage on it, and then I let it, of course, dry before continue working on it. And yeah, I'm trying to like do it so it will have some kind of design, and then I let it dry. And for this you do wanna use gloves. Now it is time for my trusted glitter decoupage glue, and I am applying it all over my Easter egg, of course. And after I did that, I let it dry again. Yeah, decoupage is about drying time. You just wait for drying time. So I let it dry, and after this was dry, it was time to seal it. And for this I am using my pouring glaze. Of course, you can use varnish as well if you want to. I applied three or four layers of this. Let it dry between each layer. Now it is time to work on my base a little bit more.
I am using
And
Crackle
I am
paste.
using
And
this
firstly, with this kind of
crackle
Crackle
paste.
paste, you
And
apply the
firstly,
first
with
step
this crackle paste, you
on,
apply
and the
the
first
second
step you
step.
let dry, or you let it dry
So I
until
am
it
applying the
becomes
second step. Well,
transparent.
sorry.
And then you go ahead and you can apply the second step, which is this Crackle paste. And I had one which was white and two which were gold and silver, and I decided to use both of them because they kind of reminded me of the Easter egg design which was there. So firstly I applied the one which was white, and then I went ahead and applied the silver one and the golden one, and you let it dry. And as it is drying, crackles will appear on there. So just let it dry, be patient, and crackles will show. Okay, and now crackles are there, and it is time to paint the plaster part and the white crackle parts. And I wiped off any excess of the paint with wet towel for a nice rustic look, as you can see here. And then I let it dry before I sealed it all. So now it is time to work with resin, and I have this component A, component B resin. And with this kind of resin, when I apply like 100 milliliter in the component A, then the B component will be half of it, so 50 milliliter. So firstly I applied one, and then I applied the second one. And please do use gloves. Working with resin, do use gloves. And then I just poured it all together, and I mixed it very good before continue working on it. So I did mix it. Of course there will be a little bit of bubbles, but you can use alcohol to get rid of it. So as you can see, I'm mixing, and then since I want it to be like green something, I did use some alcohol ink
for this until I did get this kind of green I wanted, because I didn't have like green. It was more uh, turquoise, so I just mixed until I got the green I wanted, and then I poured it into my spooky mold and I let it dry 24 hours before continue working on my Easter egg. So you let it dry 24 hours. Okay, now continue working on my base again. For this I am applying a little bit of green paint and just on the plaster part again, here and there, just a little bit of green paint so it will match my Easter egg, and then let it dry, and it is time to seal my base. And for this I am using matte varnish, of course, and I sealed it all, just making sure it is sealed, and then of course let it dry again. And now I am using my moss and grass paste, and with this you are just applying it on your project, and usually I am really mixing it 1 2 3, really there is no bad or good way doing this. When I started using this paste I just did like one, then let the heat gun, and then the second one, but I decided, you know what, just mix all the paste together and then use your heat gun to fix it. Just use your heat gun to fix it. And I am really not sure if a hair dryer will work here. I don't think so, because you have to have a heat, like heat, but maybe a hair dryer will work. I am not sure. So okay, so now this is done. My base is technically done here at this point, and 24 hours later my resin is dry, but it is still flexible. So it is still flexible, so I can work with it a little bit more. The longer you let it dry, the more harder it will become. And now I am just showing you guys, I'm not gonna show you really step by step how I decorate the rest of the egg. I am just putting some flower foam on it, and then I am gluing my Easter egg into it, and then I am just going to decorate it all the way around there, as you can see, with some artificial flowers and greenery. And for this I am using my glue gun. And as I was saying, I'm not gonna show you really the whole process here because it would take a little bit longer, so I just did like little steps so you can see what I did there. I used some flowers which I was thinking they are looking good, and then I am using wax paste on my resin design just to match a little bit more my Easter egg and make it more spooky. So this is this, and it's still bendable and still flexible. And now I am gluing it on my Easter egg with my glue gun. I am not using any special glue, just my glue gun, and I am gluing it on the base of my Easter egg Halloween edition, as you can see here. And also I glued some small ones on the base down. It's still bendable, so it can be glued, as you can see here. Then I glued some on there into the greenery and such, so you can have like fun with it and do whatever you want to. I even applied some silver branches of it, and here it is all finished, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you did, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do give me a nice comment or thumbs up. I know it's something different for Easter, but I do hope you enjoy watching this, and go ahead after watching mine. Please do check out my two other great friends, Amber from the Southern Girl Can and Crafty Leeny. Until next time, bye.